I'm about to start the visual novel. This is a espionage thriller. It is based from a book, a real book actually. Quite early. I think it was written in like 1930s. I think. It's the main inspiration for James Bond. The James Bond movies and books. So it should be really interesting. And we have this man, Richard, who's framed for a murder he didn't commit. And we are in the 1914 of London. And yeah, we have a pickle to get out of, so we will have to try and get out of it before we die. Oh, Mabahai? Is that, I don't know how to pronounce that, Marie. I'm sorry about that. Yes, hello. So awesome, so good to see you. I think I'm going to start the game before anything else happens. Rotate your mouse clockwise to advance the text. What do you mean? Oh! Anti-clockwise makes it go back. Ha! Nifty! Okay. When you reach the end of a string of text, you will see a diamond. Simply left-click anywhere to advance the scene, moving the story forward. Ooh, this is so... The 39 steps is largely a pointer-free experience. But when you see one, that's your cue to interact. Ooh. Apartment. James Bond, yes. They've been the big inspiration for James Bond and Ian Fleming, who wrote them. So I'm hoping for a good detective story here, mystery. We're going into the apartment. Some locations can be explored. When in explore mode, you can click and drag the mouse to look around. You can also interact with glowing objects. London apartment. This is glowing in my opinion. Okay. Dear Mr. Hannay, welcome to England. I hope your journey from Rhodesia was not too arduous. Would you like to come into the bank and we can discuss matters regarding Rhodesian mining shares? If you could please make an appointment with my clerk, Mr. Scoop, on Temple 6733. Yours sincerely, Mr. Edward Ainsley, Manager Banning Banks. Oh, we can really zoom in. That's good. Good to know. Okay, so he wants to talk to us. Is this glowing? It's the lamp, I guess, so I guess it's glowing. Nothing else? Ooh. Is that it for this part of the apartment, I guess? Can't be everything in the apartment. Can it? Oh, that's a small apartment. Awarded the graduate. Congratulations, you made it through a short tutorial. Oh, and have been given an award for your efforts. There are 50 more of these to collect. You were sure to begin your journey through the 39 steps. All progress will be auto-saved, but you can also use bookmarks to manage your progress and revisit key scenes. Right-click or hit spacebar to return to main menu screen during play. This also acts as pause. I will let the clone say hi. Yes. I don't know if this clone will remember me, but you know, never hurts to say hello. Do let me know if the game sound is too loud and louder than me even. The wrong ditch. Just a little loud. Monday 18th of May 1940, London, England. Just rolling game sounds. Oh. Oh. Sorry. I tabbed out the game. Parent didn't like that. I hope that is better. Sorry for me munching. I had a grape. Ooh, I like the art style. I returned from the city on a May afternoon, pretty well disgusted with life. Okay then. I'd been 3 months in the old country and was fed up with it. Really? I love England. Or Britain even. Oh, are we in a country club?
Richard Hannay, you have got into the wrong ditch, my friend, and you had better climb out.
Uh-oh. Oh! Okay, so we are finding things out about him, I guess. My father had brought me out from Scotland to South Africa at the age of 6, and I've never been come home since. I grew up in the Cape Colony, which was then under British rule. There you go. Teenager. I spent much of my time on the Zambezi, where I would fish. There are several hundred species in its water, including the infamous tigerfish and Zambezi shark. The wide open space of the veld also interested me greatly, and the various methods of survival in such an uncompromising landscape. Working man. I'd earned my pile, not one of the big ones, but good enough for me. I'd put in 3 years prospecting for copper in German Damaraland, and spoke the German tongue pretty fluently. I went on to becoming a mining engineer in Kimberley, where I was instrumental to the formation of De Beers Consolidated Mines. The diamond mines were a rough business, with countless good men lost in horrific accidents. I'm sorry if I'm not reading that well, but you know, I'm not as good. Hello, Sleepy Wolf! Welcome in! How are you doing today? Very good to have you here. Let's know what you did as a soldier. I served the British forces during the Matabele conflict and was decorated for my role. I served 2 years with the Imperial Light Horse and was an intelligence officer at Delagoa Bay in Second Boer War. I lost many friends during those wars. So nice they're actually having real photos. That one looks like Benedict Cumberbatch. Fade's favorite. Actually does. Oh, the little doggy. The career. My final years in Africa were in the municipality of Bulawayo, where I had fought during the Matabele War. I resided once again with my father, who had taken ill. After he died, I decided to leave the Cape and head back to the old country. The father. Can't read today. A lot of imperialist ladies asked me to tea to meet schoolmasters from New Zealand and editors from Vancouver, and that was the most dismal business of all. I had no real pal to go about with, which probably explains things. Plenty of people invited me to their houses, but they didn't seem much interested in me. I'd counted on stopping in London for the rest of my days, but from the first I was disappointed with it. I was the best bored man in England. That doesn't sound very good. Was that the present? Yes, it was. So now we know a bit more about Richard. Here was I, 37 years old, sound in a wind and limb, with enough money to have a good time, yawning my head off all day. Ah, he's only 1 year older than me then. I have not accomplished as much as he did. Okay. Okay, moving on. Is it though? It's good to have you here. Of course it is. I hope it is. I think so. Read better than me and then it's my language. No. Not my Favis ugly otter. Who is? Oh, sorry. Benedict Cumberbatch. I know he is. I know you don't like him. I had a long drink and read the evening papers. From all accounts, he seemed the one big man in the show, and he played a straight game too, which is more than could be said for most of them. It's almost like diving into a book with pictures. Really interesting. Someone had loaded a cylinder player. I felt a deep nostalgia for my homeland of Scotland as Annie Laurie filled the room. They even have a cylinder player. They didn't even have a proper record player. It was that long time ago. They actually had cylinders. That's awesome. Cool. It is nicely put together. Thank you so much for the host, Grim Sage 1 and Onyx Star. Thank you. Hey Onyx, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for the host. Much appreciated. Okay, are the dots or the cubes under the Colonial Club anything I should take notice of? Oh, I can look at the map. The British Empire map of the world. Uh-huh. The sun never sets on the British Empire. That's for sure. All of Canada. And yep, all Australia. And New Zealand apparently. And South Africa. All of India. I'm not as good in geography as I should be, I think. So small countries, or a small country in South America and a couple in Africa as well. Wow. Big parts of Africa even. Wow. Can we can read. Canada, Australia, Africa. Oh, it was in Rhodesia, of course. So that's Rhodesia was a part there. Oh, I can't remember what Rhodesia is called today. Which one Rhodesia was, you know, before. Oh, come on. I never remember these kinds of things. Nope, they're not in Sweden. Interesting. Okay. Oh, so there is a point of those things we can explore. I guess it's the amount of things you can explore. Still alive and going day by day. Yes, it's the same here actually. That's That's the thing. That's what you have to do. Nothing much else to do. Oh. Presented to Richard Hannay, intelligence officer, Medieval War 1897, soldier of the British Empire. Oh, is this the clip I have in... Oh, Constantine... What did it say? I don't know. Carolides? What's that? Akinala, Britain. Greek premier Constantine Carolides. Yeah, probably 2C will be, you know, he can't pronounce this properly. I'm not going to read the whole article. It feels like a really, really long article. And it will take time for me to read. Tension in the East. Oh, Balkan Affairs, Test Europe, okay. Pretty much the same as today, I believe. There are no friends like old friends. Huntlip and Palmer's ginger nuts. I have to say what the ad reads. In the days of the old stagecoach, Huntley and Palmer's ginger nuts came as a revelation as to fastidious palates. Time has not changed them. They are unique, delicious, and unrivaled still. Yes. Ginger nuts. Peasants' revolt. Albanian uprising, okay. He sees, he reasons, he buys. That that would be quite a good ad for today. You know, much more, not as silly as today. It's a Ford, it's a better car. It costs less to buy and less to maintain. It's the one car I need. I'll buy it. Yep. Yep. According to Google, yes, Rhodesia and Zimbabwe. I've been playing, you know, Trivial Pursuit in those games, and you know, the question comes up every now and then, like, which country was named Rhodesia? It's Zimbabwe. I'm surprised they put an actual coherent article in there instead of standard lore maps. Yeah, I don't know if these articles are actual real articles, because I'm quite sure the ads are real. I'm quite sure they're actual thing. A hurry call with apologies to Life Publishing & Co. The Stork. Soliloquizing? Many's the time I've beaten the dock in the olden days, but what chance now? Oh, it's the ad for the T-Ford, I guess. It's faster than the stork to deliver the baby. Oh, so clever. I think the ads are more fun than the rest. It says so much about the time. Weak. Don't remain weak, anemic, nervy, rundown. Don't let your life be clouded by indifferent health. Don't suffer needlessly. Don't remain weak, anemic, and nervy, rundown. Let Wincarnis, the wine of life, Wincarnis, give you new health, new strength, and new blood, and new nerves, and new life. Wincarnis is a tonic, a restorative, and a blood maker, and a nerve food, all combined in one clear, delicious beverage. It strengthens weak, gives new rich blood to anemic, new nerves to the nervy, sleep to the sleepiness, new vitality to the rundown, and new life to the ailing. Wincarnis does not contain drugs. Buy a bottle today. Begin to get well free. There's a free sample. Send for what does it say? That's small. Send for liberal trial bottle. Oh, you can get enclose 3 penny stamps to pay postage. Recommended by over 10,000 doctors. Has to be good then.